Right, so we're still live and direct for my BMW World 2025, and what we have beside us here is the all-new 4th generation BMW X3. So for our market, this car is available in a single X320 xDrive M Sport, and in today's video we have a look what's so good and what's so special about this new mid-size SUV by BMW. Alright, so from the get-go, you can see that the new X3 looks somewhat similar. Not similar to the previous gen, but similar to many other larger BMW SUV models out there, for notably both the BMW iX and the XM. Okay, you see at the front here, it comes with this new, larger front grille design that now for the Malaysian market, it comes with this BMW iconic glow surrounding LED DRL. It makes the already big grille look slightly bigger, but if you notice, the grille is actually not fully open because the top part of it is actually partially closed, only opening the bottom part here to allow for air to inside for the intake and for the cooling of the car. But other than that, you can see the front grille design, it looks quite nice, it looks quite clean, and of course you also got the sharp LED headlights here with this dual L-shaped DRLs that makes the car look quite distinctive compared to its previous model. So overall, it retains the same X3-ish, but overall it looks slightly sharper, it definitely looks bigger compared to the previous model. Alright, now if you move to the side part of the new X3, this is where you can see the similarities between this car and the BMW XM. As you can see from the side profile, it looks very similar to both the XM and the iX because you can see it gets this a big square-ish roofline design, and you still got the Hofmeister King here, and you also notice the thick D-pillar of this SUV really gives it a very XM and iX vibes. But other than that, you also notice it comes with this new flush door handle, same with both the iX and the XM, and this car rides on this 19-inch M Sport alloy wheels. So overall, the side profile, it looks more futuristic compared to the previous model. Alright, at the rear part of the new X3 is where things get a little bit interesting because if you see from the back, this car somehow looks quite small and compact as opposed to the side profile and the front part there. But other than that, you've still got sporty bits like this roof-mounted spoiler that is painted in this gloss black courtesy of the M Sport package. This new T-shaped LED taillights that I think look much nicer compared to the previous model, and the overall tailgate design is a bit cleaner, where you can see the license plate holder is located down here instead at the center here, so the car looks actually a bit closer, more resemblance to the X4 instead of the previous gen X3. But overall, it still looks nice, and if you open these things up, the boot space is also quite decent. Alright, so life inside the all-new X3 feels very spacious, pretty luxury, quite sporty, and very familiar because you can see it retains quite more or less the same cabin setup as other new BMW models. Okay, at the front here you get this dual screen setup, fully digital zoom cluster, and this time around you got an HUD for the supposed entry-level model, which is good to see, and this large 14.9-inch infotainment display powered by the latest BMW OS 9 and the Auto Apple CarPlay wireless, all available on the tab. But what's so good about this thing, actually, it still retains the same driver-centric ergonomic setup just like any other Beamers out there. You can see the front screen, although it's quite big and it can get quite distracting, it's still been surrounded by drivers and it's quite easy to access even if you're sitting in the driver's seat here. And you also got the central console stack where you can also control the infotainment using this dial here. There's also this toggle style gear shifter, which I'm not a big fan of, but at least you got this shifter in the middle here instead of using the screen to change your gear like a certain EV out there. But other than that, in terms of amenities, you got this powered front seat, which feels quite nice and nicely bolstered with this faux leather upholstery. You got wireless charging pad, you got 2 USB charging ports, and because this is an M Sports car, you also get slight M Sport bits like this M Sport logo here. You also got this M Sport steering wheel. So overall, life inside the new X3 feels very familiar and a bit sporty, even this is supposed to be a family SUV. So like I mentioned just now, the all-new 4th Gen X3 is available in a single 20 xDrive M Sport for our market as for now, and it uses a familiar 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged V48 petrol engine that is augmented to a 48-volt mild-hybrid system, the same setup used on the BMW 3 Series. So this engine outputs 202 horsepower and 330 Nm of torque, allowing this car to go from 0 to 100 in about 7.7 seconds and a top speed of up to 215 km/h. So as of now, yes, this is the only variant available, but I'm sure more variants of the X3 will be available as years to come. So the all-new 4th generation BMW X3 20 xDrive M Sport is now available for purchase with retail price starting about 349,000, including BMW service repair inclusive, allowing you with a peace of mind ownership experience. And just like the 2 Series and the 3 Series, this new X3 will also be locally assembled at BMW Intercom cooling plant, making it one of the more SUV models being locally assembled by BMW Malaysia. So what do you guys think about the new X3? Could this be a viable competitor against the likes of GLC and even the new Mazda CX-60?
Tick tock,